Okay, so here we go. The Russia, Ukraine, China power play that's in action as we speak. This is March 2nd, 2022. Now, our story today is not as glamorous as Tanya Joya's pretty little legs here, the honeypot who brought down the Texas Republican, but nonetheless, this story and the truth must be told. So here we go. So far, everything is going as planned. We're talking about the Russia-Ukraine situation. Everything is going as planned, even though the corporate media tells you something different. And yes, I live in a 1978 urban assault vehicle. I am so cool. So the Western corporate media is spinning this Russian-Ukrainian episode as an ugly mess for Putin. But that's all it is, a spin on reality, which sadly most Americans will eat up like a Spam sandwich or an all-American hot dog. It's all a spin by the corporate media. We're not getting the truth here in America. But here is the truth. Most people don't want to hear it. Most people don't want to believe it, but this Ukraine episode was timed at the perfect moment. Timing. If you know what the goal is. What is the goal? Most Americans who get their propaganda through Fox or CNN have no clue as to what the goal is, the big picture. The goal is simple. Weaken America until she capitulates. Yes, I live in a 1978 urban assault vehicle. So, the last 2 years has weakened America and the UK to a point where taking candy from a baby would be a harder task than toying with America, which is what Russia and China are doing as we speak. They are basically toying with us. America buys all her junk from China. We get all our stuff from China. American youth are troubled beyond repair. Don't even get me started on our youth here. All of America's tough workers and players are on the sidelines watching this shit show with disdain. It's sad. The situation in America today is really, really sad. And China and Russia know this. And this brings up a good point right here. When I say America has been weakened, I'm talking here in generalities, because half of America is still tough as nails, Steve McQueen style hardcore cowboys, but as I said earlier, they have been pushed to the sidelines. All of us tough cowboys. We've been pushed to the sidelines. We're in semi-retirement. Apparently, we are waiting for the snowflakes to melt away. The problem with the snowflakes is they don't really realize that they're snowflakes, and they don't really realize how weak they are. And if you think China and Putin do not know what I am talking about, think again, because they know exactly how weak we are. And did I say that I live in a 1978 urban assault vehicle? Well, I do. In fact, how pathetic the American-UK empire looked in the past 2 years while they were dealing with the cold virus on steroids. I mean, again, how sad can you get? So sad, obviously, that China and Russia are hysterically laughing at us behind the curtain. But it gets worse. The last thing that a failing empire should do is give ultimatums to their opponents. Like, don't do that or else. That's what America has been doing for the last, before this Russia-Ukraine episode got started. That was America's response. Don't do that or else. I mean, come on. China and Russia are basically laughing at us. Seriously, it's sad beyond belief. And don't make me laugh with China and Putin, because it makes my stomach hurt, for God's sake. Timing. It's all about timing. Pretty much everything in life is timing, if you don't know that. The Ukraine episode is about showing the world the weak America and the weak UK, basically the American UK empire that is failing. They don't give orders anymore, period. That's what this is all about, period. America, you don't give orders anymore. There's a change of leadership on the world stage. It really is that simple. America is losing her empire. Russia is making a statement here. China is backing them up. And the dollar is ultimately doomed. I mean, and if you go to Home Depot now and you pay $40 for a piece of plywood, I mean, piece of plywood, that's not the real piece of plywood. That's that stuff that's got glue that holds it all together, some cheap piece of plywood that is made in China. You're paying $40 for it. You know why you're paying $40 for it? Because, like I said, the dollar is already doomed. It's not ultimately doomed. It's already doomed. Okay, it's going to look messy. This Russian-Ukrainian thing, it's going to look messy, no doubt. The corporate media is going to spin it to look worse and worse. And this may not go as perfectly as planned, this little episode. But the big picture is already painted. The Picasso is already finished. Like I said, this is all about timing. Telling the world America doesn't give the orders anymore. Every day, every minute, every year, we get closer and closer to the time that America will finally capitulate world leadership to China. And Putin is strong enough to explain that to us in this latest episode as we speak. Now, only if the snowflakes who have infiltrated American leadership roles, if only they would melt away and let Steve McQueen get back on his horse, well, we might be able to salvage the situation. We can only dream. Yeehaw! Yeehaw, America, yeehaw.